The Uganda State of Oil and Gas Sector feature is brought to you by Accord in partnership with Cisco, NTV with support from DGF.
As the sector leaps to the next phases of oil development and production, this initiative will be put to a litmus test. Civil society and donors have warned Uganda against catching the resource curse which has long plagued African oil-producing countries like Nigeria, Equatorial Guinea, Angola and Chad, where oil revenues seep through its collection points. In Uganda, this fear first came to reality when the Bank of Uganda Governor Emmanuel Mutebile, while appearing before Parliament on November 2011, revealed that the president asked him to release $740 million or 2.6 trillion shillings from the national forex reserves to buy fighter jets on the promise that it would be replenished when the capital gains tax from heritage would be paid. Since then, civil society has been wary of government. Onesmus Mujenyi, the Deputy Executive Director, the Advocates Coalition for Development and Environment, Accord, says while government has improved its standing on accountability, it does not meet the expected standard.
Transparency has a number of aspects. And the aspect that we've been dealing with is looking at transparency in terms of contracting. How much information has been released to the public in terms of contracting, in terms of licensing, both in oil and gas and mining. And we have a study that actually has assessed that transparency. Unfortunately, the study indicates that government is still below average.
Mujenyi says there are benchmarks to assess government's performance.
There are a number of benchmarks, but basically what we're looking at is how much information is out there in the public. Where can this information be accessed? Are there established forums where the public can access information? Is this information, for example, on the websites? Can you go to the Ministry of Energy and the Mineral Development and find this information?
He says joining the Extractive's initiative was long overdue.
And that's not surprising because why the 2008 National Oil and Gas Policy and the 2012 Oil Revenue Management Policy talked about EITI, or Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative. It is supposed to be a mechanism through which actually much of the disclosure is done. Actually, the whole standard is about disclosure and providing information to citizens.
Winnie Ngabire, the Executive Director of Global Rights Alert, a civil society organization in the extractive sector, shares similar views.
In terms of transparency and accountability, I would give them, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give them a 5. Because over the years, we have seen them improve. Every time they've taken on criticism and they've taken it on positively. So they've tried as much as possible to provide information to those who ask. So that's why they get a 5. If you ask for information, you will get it.
Ngabire says there's an oversight by government to ignore communities who are most affected by these policies.
So if you're business people that are not minding much about what's going on, if you're a community person who is not directly affected, government has not done much in terms of updating you what is going on, both in terms of opportunities, but also in terms of the risks that are associated with extracting our resources. So I'll give them a 5 for what they have done. And being part of the multi-stakeholder group, I have seen commitment really on the part of government to engage both oil companies and also to engage civil society organizations.
The start of commercial oil production, according to the World Bank, offers Uganda long-term prospects to diversify the economy and elevate Uganda to the lofty middle-income status by 2040. With commercial oil production at peak, the bank estimates that Uganda could earn up to $3 billion, approximately 7 trillion shillings in revenues. However, the World Bank says this is only possible if there's good governance and transparency. Moses Kagwa, the Director of Economic Affairs in the Finance Ministry, who led the team which steered Uganda towards joining the Transparency Initiative, says government has done a commendable job.
When we had the petroleum management policy, we emphasized the transparency before this because we knew that's what we wanted to go. In the petroleum revenue management policy, we also emphasized the same, that we are committed to transparency. And it took quite some time when we had been looking at the law, the Public Finance Management Act, because that's the law we thought we would use to ensure that we are putting rules and regulations in place to ensure that government is transparent in everything. How do you get the money from the extractives? How do you put it? How is it appropriated? Where is it deposited? All these issues were properly put in the law.
Kagwa says the Petroleum Fund illustrates government's commitment to enforce transparency and accountability.
Though we used to have challenges that we could go to the Petroleum Fund and get money, at least we used to go to the market, the domestic market, and borrow for those requirements, but not raiding the Petroleum Fund. So we have been very transparent in that. We get the money that is appropriated by Parliament, and that's what we use. And the money was appropriated only for infrastructure, and that's what we have been using that money for.
Uganda's joining of the Transparency Initiative on Wednesday offers a glimmer of hope that the country will emulate other nations that have put good use of their petrodollars to serve their citizens and improve service delivery.
The Uganda State of Oil and Gas Sector feature was brought to you by Accord in partnership with Cisco, NTV with support from